Looks like we still have mostly everyone. Some people might have left. Evelyn might be dead. Just do it. She's not even looking. That's okay. I've got other options. Not sure how receptive she is to this, but it's happening anyway. How come your husband won't let me do this? This one is gonna get weird. Someone has managed to create a mod where you can date and marry basically everyone. In fact, I'm already dating some of them. Pierre and Caroline, they're both mine. Robin, yup, they're only one marriage away from a lifetime of servitude. The hardest part is just going to be giving everyone enough gifts that they love to make them love me back. The game is definitely going to break today, but we're going to see how far we can take this before we get there. Everyone, big news. Haley has the urge to go shopping. Well, you know what? So do I. If you were actually in a store, you'd be in the bargain bin. Alright, we have a wedding in 3 days. The only question is how many people are going to attend this wedding? Chrome Rims, you're in. Aren't you already married? I don't think so. But to be honest with you, I don't actually know at this point. Well, you'll do. Haha, joke's on you. Your grandpa didn't want to get married. Maybe he's the smart one after all. Wait a sec. Oh, I see. Now that we want to marry Alex, George wants to get married at that point. Do we want to take bets now on whether a wedding is going to crash the game or not? To be honest, Shane, now that I look at you, I think you're probably the one person I'm not going to include in this wedding. I have a wizard's hat at home. There are going to be a lot of different hair colors at this wedding. Look how happy she is. She has no idea she's going to be marrying like 25 people at once. I know you're already married, but I'm a much better choice. Plus, he'll still be married to you. You'll just be married to all of us. And everyone's going to be so much easier to find when they're living in my house. Before you get too far away, did you ever notice all the spiderwebs that appear during the fall? I did not. I don't think I've ever seen a spiderweb in my life. I'm not already married. Not yet. I'm getting married. Perhaps we just need to ask him at the right moment. We'll stalk him for a little while to see where he's going. Oh, he didn't get very far. To be honest, he probably just wants his own separate wedding. His father, on the other hand, would love to get married to me. I'm pretty confident in that. Ah, see? Maybe now Sam's still going to be into it. Apparently he is. All it takes was getting his dad engaged to myself first. Don't ask questions, it's just one of those videos. I promise to feed you every single day. Suddenly nobody else wants to get married because I think I'm already married. I'm definitely not, I'm just really engaged. Now that I've asked Elliot, Willie wants to get married again, so yep, he's in. Alright, idiot stick, let's try this again. Take this, marry me in 3 days. I'm not already married. Well, you know what? I don't want you anyway. I'm gonna go find everyone else. Would be pretty surprised if the game didn't crash overnight at this point. Lewis, are we dating yet? I don't remember. You want to get more serious? I want to get so serious that we're getting married. See, he wants it. Technically, that means I'm going to be mayor of the town. We got a few candidates in here, namely this dumpster fire. Are we dating yet? Perfect, just what I've always wanted. I have a cage set up in the basement just for you. Gus, does this get me free drinks? Might have to ask Shane again just so Gus will marry me. Shane's into it. Gus is playing hard to get. We might have to come back for him. You're too boring to actually say no. Yeah, I want to get more serious. Apparently she couldn't reach. We'll have to bring it to her manually. Marry me? Perfect. Another victim down. Definitely losing track pretty quickly of who I've asked to marry me and who I haven't. So that's where I left my horse. Speaking of things I can sometimes ride. Are we dating? We're getting married now. Apparently we were dating. What do your husband thinks of that? What are you holding? And what are you doing? And when's the wedding? I guess it's gonna be between you and Pam for eating all the children running around my house. Look how happy he is. Did you hear the good news? I'm marrying your mom and your dad. And if you don't find it too weird, also you. Okay, she finds it a little bit weird. Sebastian, on the other hand, is gonna be all over this. Sorry about the garlic, by the way. Oh, he doesn't want to get married either. Wizard, you're coming with me. I'm not married already. There's a rumor going around that that's the case, but it's not yet. Of course, we can't forget about Sandy. I still expect you to run the shop in the desert, however. Is that everyone? That feels like everyone. Except, of course, for the few that were playing hard to get. Marnie and Clint I forgot about. Maybe the dwarf? You know, this desperate idiot's never gonna say no. See what I mean? He jumps right into my arms, despite the fact that I've never even talked to him at all. If I give you this, are you going to crash my game? Well, he accepts. Or she, whatever's under there. I don't discriminate. Don't worry, Marnie, Lewis will be there too. I think with that, we're about ready to try a wedding. Then we'll pick up any stragglers after that, but let's kind of see how this goes first. I want to mention right now that this is the first time I've used Mumps since he was uncorrupted, so let's see if we can just do it again right away. it actually saved overnight. The game hasn't crashed yet. But the day of the wedding itself is probably going to be the big thing. One more day. Here we go. Hopefully this just works. My things never work on the first try. I probably should have unfrozen time. Or we just don't get a wedding at all. That should have been the wedding day. We have a Haley. And no one else, just Haley. Thanks for the fried egg, but where is everyone else? Maybe we can only get one at a time? We didn't even see the wedding though. Haley just kind of showed up. I'm still counting this as a success so far. We've got one married. Several days and several attempts later, I still have no one else married. Luckily, I'm not out of options. It's just not the most exciting option at this point. I have no idea exactly what that's going to do, so we're going to go to bed and just kind of play this out. I would expect some company in the morning. Is the game going to crash? Let's find out. It actually handled that really nicely. Though the house seems a little bit fuller today. This is more like what I was expecting. I think we have pretty much everyone here. Might have missed one or two. Even the dwarf is here walking around. I didn't even know you could escape. It's dangerous in the mines. Why don't you buy a few things from my shop? No, I'm good. I feel like I'm pretty safe in Haley's room. They all seem to be walking kind of just wherever. But apparently they all have somewhere to be or they have a schedule. Anytime I've tried this before, they mostly just stay in their bed. So this is kind of a nice change. They're even in the upper rooms. George, right where you should be, staring at the wall. Did I forget Pam? I feel like I forgot Pam. Both Pam and Penny have been added to my collection. They won't be here until tomorrow, and because it's raining, I don't think anyone's actually going to leave the house. When I woke up, I heard dripping from somewhere. I think the roof might be leaking. Nah, you're just old and probably a little bit crazy. Speaking of crazy, I think Emily managed to get out. Not sure where she's on her way to, but she's not going to stop for anything apparently. Where are you going? Hello? Emily? And she's got nothing. Well, let's sleep on it and bring a few more idiots in. Everyone's so busy first thing in the morning, moving around to wherever it is they're trying to go. I think this just completely botches the NPC pathing, so they just kind of don't know what to do. They do seem to stay within the house for the most part, with the exception of Pierre there, Jody, and by 6:30 they're mostly frozen. I'm just sorry we couldn't have a proper ceremony for this. Well, let's go see what's in town. If everyone's on my farm, what exactly happens here during the day? That's honestly a suitable replacement for Pierre. You know what? I think I kind of like things like this. I've made it a ghost town once again, it's just in a slightly different form. Except for this guy. And that gets me thinking, what exactly can we add to our marriage collection? I also haven't tried to add Krobus yet because he's always a little game breaker. Jody, how did you get outside? When you become a parent, you have to leave your old lifestyle behind. Or you can just hand your kids off to one of the other parents. Or one of the other kids. It's all very confusing. Looks like we still have mostly everyone. Some people might have left. Evelyn might be dead. They're somehow getting into the basement. Vent has become a light. Vent is in the wall. Someone's legs are poking through. That might be Gus. Business has been pretty steady thanks to my regular customers, Pam. Well, alright, since we came this far, let's just go for broke and see if we can add some really strange NPCs to this. One more corrupted file coming up. Managed to get a few more for our collection. Unfortunately, we couldn't add such fan favorites as the governor or grandpa or Mr. Key, but we did get a few. Our spouse room has changed today. We have Alex's room. Gunther is finally here. Hi. Welcome to our family. Krobus is here. Krobus means bridge crosser. Great. Robin, if you'll please get out of my way, I've got other spouses to visit. Apparently Marlin here has a cloak of invisibility because he's not always visible. Hi. I'm surprised you want to be friends with an old timer like me. I don't. I'm trying to talk to Marlin. I think that's because they don't have a walking animation, so they just kind of blink around the room. That's kind of a neat trick. Pretty sure the wizard does that just to watch people. Robin, thank you. Krobus, your legs above your head? Good luck getting breakfast now, you little monster. I feel like every day we get a different spouse room. All of these people, yet no one makes me coffee or breakfast. Alright, well, this has been fun and all, but this is going to be the biggest bargain divorce in history. 50,000 gold. How many people is it going to kick out? Who knows for sure? I want you all to know I like you just as much as ever. I was just having trouble walking to my own home, so you've got to go. And everyone's still here. Maybe that wasn't the best bargain divorce ever. 50,000 gold for this. You know what? I accept my fate. This is perfectly fine. Link to this mod in the description below. And if you need more garbage in your life, click one of these.